everyone, good Friday evening. It is Weather for Weather Geeks time, and boy, do we have much to talk about as we head into Valentine's Day weekend. A major winter storm is going to take shape as we head towards the end of the weekend and especially into early next week, and we'll get to all of that momentarily. First things first, today the sky brightened some as we got into the afternoon after a fairly cloudy start. We had a little sunshine that worked in during the second half of the day, but overall the flavor of the day was clouds, and clouds are returning this evening. It'll be a fairly cloudy night for tonight. Infrared satellite shows that deck of kind of mid-level clouds pushing in, and these clouds will thicken and lower some as we head into the day on Saturday. Across the lower 48 states, the pattern is sort of reloading, if you will. We're kind of in a break between major storms across the U.S. We had big problems with snow and ice across the nation's midsection yesterday. Now most of the action is along the Gulf Coast and out into the western U.S. But lots of cold air is still on the playing field, and this will set the stage for more wintry shenanigans in the next handful of days. I mean, you know, this is cold stuff for Texas. 32 in Austin, 25 in Dallas, 10 in Wichita, Kansas, and it's below zero basically north of Interstate 80 once you get out into Iowa and Nebraska and heading into Wyoming as well. All right, winter storm warnings are out once again for parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Lots of winter storm watches are out, and winter weather advisories as well in parts of the nation's midsection and the west, because low pressure will take shape and bring more messy weather to that part of the country first, and then our part of the country as we head into early next week. All right, tomorrow's snow shower and flurry activity is not going to amount to a whole lot. There's going to be some flurries around, a snow shower here and there, but you notice all of our models are now under an inch, and I think that that is right. Coating to an inch worth of snow is going to be a possibility, with flurries and snow showers cropping up starting as early as maybe mid-morning. Snow showers and flurries here and there for the afternoon. Be a little bit cautious. There could be some slick surfaces here and there because temperatures will be no higher than mid-20s. All right, a quiet day ahead of our storm on Sunday for Valentine's Day. We'll make a run at 30 with a mix of sun and clouds, but clouds will then increase as we head into the evening. This storm is going to come in two waves. You know, a few days ago, this all looked like it was going to be Monday night and Tuesday, but now there's going to be kind of two waves. One runs out well ahead of our main low pressure system. That's the one that gets us on late Sunday night and heading into Monday. Now, it's going to be cold when this snow is falling. I mean, teens to around 20. The snow to liquid ratios are going to be very high, maybe 20 to 1 with this. So even though there's not a lot of moisture to be wrung out of the atmosphere with this initial wave, this will accumulate efficiently during late Sunday night and heading into Monday. Now, this snow then tapers off for a time, it looks like, as we head into Monday afternoon, before the second wave down here pushes in as we head towards Monday night. Now, for this first wave, and I want to emphasize that this is just for the first wave. This isn't a storm total, but this is late Sunday night through about sunset Monday. Most likely accumulation, we think 3 to 5. Everyone should get at least a couple. I think most of us are going to end up with 3, 4, 5 inches of fluffy snow during that kind of 18-hour period, maybe 12 to 18-hour period, overnight Sunday night, heading into midday and early afternoon on Monday. Then we get our break, probably around dinner time on Monday, where it's either going to be just snowing lightly or maybe even not snowing at all for a few hours. But I think fairly quickly the radar is going to fill back in from southwest to northeast, and this is when probably the worst weather overall for this entire system may be. Late Monday night and towards daybreak on Tuesday, maybe from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m., something like that. That's when snow rates could be pretty impressive. This is going to be a little bit of a wetter consistency to the first round, compared to the first round. And there's been some trends today on the European model, especially, of keeping the threat for mixed precipitation south and east of the area. If you remember yesterday when I was talking about the model differences, the European was pretty aggressive in bringing up a warm nose aloft, aggressive enough that there was a real shot on that model anyway of something other than snow for a time Tuesday morning. Maybe some sleet pellets, maybe some freezing rain. The European, a little bit today, caved to some of the other modeling, which did not have that idea. So right now we have pretty good model agreement that this is just a good old-fashioned snowstorm. The snow will then probably taper off as early as lunchtime Tuesday. Maybe it'll take until early afternoon. I think on top of the 3 to 5 that we're likely to see Sunday night into Monday, several additional inches pretty likely with that second wave. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the modeling here, because this is Weather for Weather Geeks. We go into a little more detail, and I don't love showing raw model information on my social media because, most people are casual consumers of weather information and don't necessarily know how to interpret these maps. But on this video, I do like to show stuff like this sometimes. It's actually nice today. We have pretty good model agreement on snow totals. I mentioned the 3 to 5 in that first wave as a storm total. You look at these numbers and they don't look all that super high, right? Well, you got to remember that this map is based on snow to liquid ratios of 10 to 1. That's not going to be the ratio with this storm. Especially that first wave, we could have 20 to 1 ratios, and I think even the second wave is more like 14 or 15 to 1. And so what I'm showing you here is what we call the European ensemble guidance. This is where there's like 51 different runs of the European model. Each run has slightly different meteorological ingredients baked into it, and then you take the average output of those 51 runs, and that's what this map shows. And this map, based on a 10 to 1 ratio, shows a storm total, 6-7 inches. But you got to remember that's 10 to 1. If we say it's 15 to 1, you could interpret that as a storm total, closer to 10 inches probably. That's the European. The GFS looks very similar. This is the GFS ensemble, again showing it on a 10 to 1 ratio, 6.5, 7 inches. If you say it's going to be 15 to 1, then you're pushing 10 inches worth of snow. And this is the Canadian ensemble model forecast, showing good 4.5, 5 based on a 10 to 1 ratio, and you get the idea. It's going to be higher than that because of the higher ratios. And then real quickly, before we leave you this evening, we're not done yet. There's going to be another storm that comes up the pike heading into Wednesday night and Thursday. This is the weather map Thursday morning, and this map does not show a difference between rain and snow, but just know, despite the green coloration here, this is going to be wintry precipitation on this side of this storm. I will say at this point, though, and this is 6 days from now, there's probably a higher chance of some sort of mixed precipitation with Thursday's storm as compared to our early week storm. But nonetheless, it's going to be possible that we have another pretty impactful system coming our way Wednesday night and Thursday. The hits just keep on coming. After that Thursday storm, I think the pattern does start to change some by next weekend. Not a heat wave, not a blowtorch, but we're going to bust out of probably winter's tightest grip that we've been in and will be in for the coming days. I think that grip will start to, start to relax a little bit and give us a break starting next weekend. But I'm going to have more updates on social media in the next few days. Make sure you're following me on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, my YouTube channel. I am technically off this weekend, but I'll be keeping in touch with what's going on with the weather and making some videos from home. In the meantime, make sure you have the Storm Tracker 21 app downloaded and all of our human-generated forecasts, not computer model junk. You can find them there on the app. Make sure you download that, whether you're an iOS user or an Android user. Thank you for watching Weather for Weather Geeks tonight, and have a great weekend.